Just taking the pictures there, or doing the video?
Right.
It wasn't like you could really direct.
What is this? Put a profile up just to get access.
But I guess my point in that was it's kind of surprising that even LinkedIn, I don't know if it's that great network. It's like more of a recruiter tool at this point. Right. I do keep in touch with old colleagues, people I don't work with anymore. So I'm George with LabCorp. We have billions of lab results, but we only have lab results. So my question to the group was, how might we find additional uses for this kind of deep but very narrow data? And they came up with a lot of different kinds of ideas. They talked a lot about how the data could be combined together. So could you use, kind of like our presenter said, I don't have one kind of data. I know who got the lab test. I know who ordered the lab test. I know the dates on which those things happened. I know if somebody got a lot of different lab tests or the same lab tests over time. So we talked about trending for a person and trending for populations. For the populations, could we identify groups of people who got better? And if we could
could we see any trends within their lab results to indicate, even if we don't know what drugs are on, one of the members of the group indicated that there are tests that might indicate if somebody is taking or not taking a certain drug. So we may be able to interpret. They talked about stratification of the data, identifying patients with multiple conditions. Medically, I think they would call that comorbidity, and then there's eligibility for federal money if we can put some data together that might help a broader group of people. Thanks.
1 minute. Okay. My best side is from the neck up. Okay, so the sales doctor over there raised the issue of difficulty with intergenerational communications. And we decided that a good way to start would be to do a needs assessment by also identifying the members of the organization as a whole, the subgroup, and finding out what their motivators are, and also identifying gaps. We talked about recognizing what your mix is using active listening. Somebody mentioned that there's something called virtual reality role playing, so people could see what it's like to be on the other side. And that's 59 seconds. Thank you very much.
So Harvey chickened out. So we had the topic of how do you recruit or how do you build teams effectively, especially in this area. And his particular focus was in the learning space. Project. Okay. In the learning space, the challenge that we had was that we're trying to build a community to develop a series of products in the learning space. And so the challenge is how do you recruit effective people with the different aspects of the way the workforce is today. And that workforce is the gig economy. It is full-time versus part-time. Okay, now I'm good. Usually I'm told I have too loud a voice. This is good. And the challenge we faced was, so how do you do this? And one of the groups, or one of the two of the participants, have a program that they've been working on for several years. And the solution that was brought forth is build around the community of practice. They have a large community, it's a global audience. But also look to set up standard practices, standard work for how you're going to develop and build your organization. And that way, when you bring people in from a gig economy or from a part-time standpoint, they can be assimilated quickly, and then if they need to go away, they can, and you still get consistency and quality in your product. Did I miss anything? So that's it.
Thanks for coming. All right, 1 minute, Sam.
1 minute, got it. Hi, I'm Sam Burgess, and so our problem is upgrading users. So by a show of hands, how many of you have been to the Grand Canyon? How many people have seen the Grand Canyon? So our analogy was, hey, you don't really know what the Grand Canyon is like unless you've actually really been there. And this technology that's coming in is like the Grand Canyon. It's so amazing, AI does all these things, it's so powerful. How can we kind of give people that experience and convince them to do new things, like see the Grand Canyon? So one of the possible solutions is to make it more like scaling a large mountain. It's like Mount Everest. You might not get everyone to just go straight to the Grand Canyon to see it, but you might be able to get them to kind of inch there. Get your visionary customers involved and take them to kind of the first base camp, if you will, on the way up Mount Everest. So that was kind of get the visionary customers involved and use that and leverage it to kind of inch forward with your entire customer base. Thanks.
Tom is up.
Okay, so Dean and I were talking about the zoo problem versus the sort of backlog prioritization problem. And fundamentally, what we discovered is that the problem is a lot bigger than we thought we could tackle in the time we had available. And so we discovered that there were different categories of the problem, versus doing it at scale versus doing it for small scope. How do you manage it if you're getting 50 new requests a day versus having a static or a fairly static set of problems to look at? How hard should it be to submit an idea? If all ideas are free to submit, then you're going to have a big backlog of things, and how are you going to tackle that? And then how do we even get a guess from the users about how high or low the value is or the complexity is of the thing that we're trying to tackle? So I don't know that we had answers, but I think we were talking about understanding the problem better and having better conversations.
Bruce? Hi, I'm Bruce. We took on the challenge of professional networking. Our own sort of, my personal story is I've worked for 25 years in DC, and I'm new to the area, and it's tough to kind of break in and make it effective. So our problem statement we wrote out was, how can we make networking more effective and more efficient? We've identified issues as, we've seen these generic mixers, kind of time wasting, lots of people at all different sorts of levels, not necessarily efficient or effective for what you want to do. We wrote out some solutions, or thought through them. Certainly, aligning your networking target to your own needs. I think events like this are pretty good for that. Skill-based, something more finite than just a networking event in general. Networking through some existing circles. We talked about networking in your own employer, getting outside your teams, obviously. Networking in your schools and teams and other kind of clubs that you're a member of. And avoiding the generic network events. Just in general. I think that's it. Anybody else? All right, Sammy.
Sammy with Method Savvy, and we had ideation. Basically, how do you create and come up with ideas without wasting too much time on, wasting too much time on the idea and not basically focusing on what your users actually want. So when we talked about it at our table, we realized that there's companies that are wasting literally billions of dollars on new ideas without actually having market validation, which is the word that we kept coming back to, or the two words. So there needs to be market validation for your ideation before you start getting too excited about your ideas. Even the guys from User Voice, they know all about that. So we can talk to them. That's it.
Anybody else? We had a few more tables. Is there one table that hasn't talking? Has there been one table that hasn't presented yet? Did we get everybody? All right. Is there a table that's a holdout? No, okay. Well, listen, guys. This was an experiment. What did you think? Was it useful? Did anybody get an idea that really solved the problem that they were trying to solve?
I got a couple that will try. We don't know if it ultimately solves the problem.
Did anybody in your group shine? Like, boy, this guy really knows what they're talking about. Would you have rather had just a generic networking group where you were, hey, what do you do? It's nice weather out there. How'd you like the Knicks? Is that what would you have rather have had that or this? Now, granted, this is in your face. This is a work. But there are results. Now, you have a choice. Which would you prefer? Relaxing, get to know you, but there's no real return on your investment? Or would you rather have hey, this is in your face, it's work, but at the end of the day, you really accomplished something? Which is it? Which would you rather have? We're here. You're here. That's it. You're here. And to celebrate the fact that you are, in fact, here, and it is the 10th anniversary. We're going to have you guys come up and do a giant selfie in front of a big cake. All right? So, is there a way that we can move that table out someplace where we can have a selfie? There's a big tape. Can we do that? Yeah, can we do that? All right. So, as punishment, as a thank you to you, we're going to have all of you guys, if you would stand up and crowd around that table over there, and we're going to bring a table in front of you, and we're going to take a big, giant picture. Herding cats. Yasmin. Okay. Cody. Greg. All right.
So we actually have another draw.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Boys have their own.
Yeah, I know. Because we'll get their. Hey, user voice guys, can you bring your bowl up? So, hey guys, can you come up on stage real quick?
Can I sit? Go ahead and sit.
No, you can't. You have to be in the front here, guys. Push it.
So I'm totally introverted. I can't.
Well, that's perfect. We do really well with introverted.
Right in the front, in front of everyone.
You've been on stage since I got here. It's all a performance.
All right.
So,
Introvert.
all right.
No, really.
Every year we put this together. Every year it's a question of whether or not we're going to be a success or failure. These are the people that made this event. There's the heart of Product Camp. There's the brains of Product Camp. There's the muscle of Product Camp. And then there's the mouth of Product Camp, okay? So in other words, there's a whole lot of other people that were behind the scenes that made this happen, and without them, it would have failed dismally. I would be talking to my cat and let you know I don't have one. That's the reason why. So, if you enjoyed this event, these are the people that you should come and thank.
Thank you.
If you have suggestions about what to do next year, these are the people to come talk to. If you want to join this team and become one of these people, these are still the people to talk to.
I was like, where's he going with this one? Oh, God.
But seriously, so I'm going to have them introduce themselves and what they do. So this is the president, Seth Gonzalez. Say your name.
Absolutely. So again, Seth Gonzalez. I am currently a headhunter. This is my second career. I think I mentioned earlier. Unfortunately, it's not in most of people's field. I'm in the manufacturing world because that's where my world is. But I definitely understand what software people do, and I'm here to help you. I'm going to make one pitch before I forget. April next year, we have the spring event. We're looking for a venue. 200 people, Saturday after tax day. That's important. And then the other one is Tony.
Oh, yeah.
About that, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell.
Oh, it's my turn now.
No, your
Oh,
turn.
yeah. I'm Tony. I'm from NC State. Hey.
And if you need a venue,
Oh, yeah.
this is the friend.
Yeah, I'm a friend. For more than just venues, but yeah,
Yes,
venues
that's right.
are also good.
He takes bribes.
No, I don't.
No, I'm teasing. Edit that out, please.
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Nguyen, you're standing in the behind here.
Hi. I'm Nguyen Phan. I'm a project manager for a small life science group, and I'm also a business consultant for Broadmoor Group.
But for our group, he's our web maintenance person, and he's also assistant treasurer. Right? Right.
Oh, microphone and everything. Hello, everyone. So I'm Aaron Sabino. This is my actual first event volunteering with Product Camp down here. I've been involved with the organization for a number of years. I'm a product manager. My background's also in manufacturing. I work for a company called MTS that makes linear position sensors. And I've been helping out with registration and badges and stuff, but encourage everybody to join and help us out.
Hi everyone, my name is Amit Sawant. I work as a product manager at Dell EMC, focusing in areas of data analytics and data storage. And I've been part of Product Camp for about 3 years now. I started as a volunteer. I absolutely love the experience, and I'm here back every other, I guess, twice a year.
And he's our treasurer.
Yes.
That's right.
Hi everyone, I'm Yasmin. I'm with Cloud Factory, and when I first heard about Product Camp about 3 years ago, I got hooked. And last spring event, I even had
And she's our community manager, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hi, my name is Greg Needham, and this is my 3rd year of Product Camp, and I would just literally just tell you guys to try and get involved with this organization because it pays dividends by what you see here, but also there's so much that goes on during the year that's not just affiliated with the event directly. Marketing, brand, and product management and technology commercialization specialist and executive in residence here at North Carolina State University.
And the one person who never introduces himself, apparently, I've been told, I don't introduce myself. My name is Sid Chopra. I'm the president of Lookwiser and the software company called Analytics. For those of you who don't know, I've been studying, researching how the brain actually learns and how it's motivated to act and behavior change. And what we've been doing over the last 10 years is experimenting with how do we spark innovation amongst the people in our own community. And you guys have been for 10 years volunteering, coming and spending time with us, and that alone is just unbelievably worthwhile. I hope you got out of this event as much as what we've gotten out of this event, and I hope that you will engage and become more involved because you are our ambassadors. You are the people that will keep this innovative spark alive in our own community. So we need you to go out and become ambassadors, and we need you to talk about product camps, and we need you to talk about good product development strategies. Because at the end of the day, our success as a community depends on you. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I want to also thank one other group of people who, without their help, none of this would have been possible. It's our sponsors. We've had a spectacular group of people that are always willing to invest in you, willing to invest in our community. These are the sponsors: User Voice and NC State and Sassool and Pragmatic Marketing and Pendo. These guys have been coming out year after year, giving us all kinds of stuff. Whatever we want, they're 100% behind us. And the way you can thank them for us is to go over there and thank them yourself. Okay? So if you like the event, come to those guys and say you did a spectacular job. Thank you so much. We really enjoyed your sponsorship. If you didn't like the event, we have these people who you can talk to. We're also going to have a survey that we really need you to fill out. We do collect this information, we do respond to it, and this entire event was designed by your suggestions, right? So if you like this format, tell us. If you didn't like this format, tell us. We react to you, all right? So we have a few more things to raffle off.
Before we do that, the user voice. Yeah. Come on down, guys.
Okay, no, wait a second. Oh, the user voice first? Okay.
Yes.
So user voice are going to raffle off an $800 drone. Now, I want to let you know that since I'm one of the organizers, I've got some pull here. I can get you the $800 drone if you will give me the $800 first. Right? It's a guarantee you will win, I promise you. All you have to do is give me the $800 first, okay? So, where's your... Can I write a check? Yes, absolutely. On the back of a a stack of $20 bills. They don't have an $800 bill anymore. Did you already do the drawing?
Well, not everybody has a business card, so we had a form that people filled out. So we basically took all the results. Everybody had a business card, we put it in the same form, put it in a randomizer, and just the first one that popped up is who we're picking.
And I won.
Definitely not. I mean, you could have, but you didn't. We did, but somebody paid me more. Totally kidding. So I will say one thing. User Voice is a big fan of Product Camp. I, for one, because I go to all of them. We're on quite a tour these days. So we love what this stands for. We love all of you. You guys are our target market. We love the conversations. We like solving the same problems you do. So with that said, I'll make an announcement of the winner. And it is, I don't know, that's one person drum rolling. I need a little bit more than that. Anybody else want to drum roll? All right, 3, 2, 1, it is Chris Stalker. Woo! Now, coming to the guy headset, I suggest you sit down when you fly it, because you will get nauseous. I have more things for you in the back. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And Chris, you don't work for a Russian hacking organization. All right. And we have one last raffle. And I'm going to ask our president, head guru, Seth Gonzalez, Jefe for life, or death, whichever comes first.
Okay. So, right. So did everybody put their cards or names in this? Okay, all right. So we have 3 sets of raffle, and the first set are hardbound book from Programmatic Marketing, which I happen to have in that storage room, so wait for me when I take it out. So I'm gonna pick 2 names, okay, random. And the first one is Winona Jacobs. All right. Yeah, so just hold on to that, please, Winona.
You're going to give her her own card back?
No, but she'll remind me. She'll come in, right? So that's a proof. Okay, ready? All right, the next one, and I'm not looking, is Richard Schlesky. Ricardo. You sure it's not the drum? No, I'm not worried.
No, he's real. He is real. He's real. He's not a drone.
Okay. You hold on to that. You come to me, and I have your hardbound book for Programmatic. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. See, I'm not reading my reading glasses and trying not to, but maybe I have to after this one. All right, so now, where's Greg? Here. So you have those certificates? Yes. Come on down. Okay, why don't you do the honors for Sasul?
There's 2, right?
Yeah.
You have to hold the microphone. Otherwise, it doesn't sound as good.
Sean Depart.
All right.
You guys don't have business cards? Do we need to have networking 0.0 class?
Oh, these is dinner certificates. Yeah.
Yeah. These are dinner certificates.
It's like $40 worth.
Yeah, $35 gift certificate. Yeah. Manimala Kumar.
Are you here?
Oh, there she is.
Oh, there she is.
Fantastic. Thank you.
All right, and we have. We should give those things to Ricardo. So on your way out, by the way, help yourself with some of this coupons from Sasol discount. We're gonna put it out there, okay? All right, so I'm gonna wear my glasses now because where's the raffle thing? Because these are the big prize from User Voice. And these are 2 $100 dinner certificates to, where's it, Amanda? What's the name of the place again? Okay, well, I guess we'll find out.
Chris, what's the name of the restaurant?
Okay, I thought.
Raleigh Times.
Raleigh Times. I thought it said it. All right, it's a good place, party time. So here we go.
Raleigh Times.
Preston Finney.
Preston Finney. Preston Finney is over here. He's coming. Okay, who's next?
Okay, so just one to Preston. And the next one is Nandan Liangar.
The guy that broke my hand?
Nandan? No, I think it's...
Did you leave early?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to have to fold this saying that's a shame.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's the guy that broke your arm? Okay, next one. Christensen Photography. Or
Alan Christensen. Alan Christensen. Not here. Okay, sorry.
I have to bend this to, just to email them saying sorry. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, Dip Mada. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right, guys. You made it. You've done it. This is it. The 10th anniversary is over with one exception. We need help cleaning up.
Cleaning up.
If you would, remember this is your event, and we are guests at and where is this? NC State. I'm going to lose some points on that one. You might just. I'm really going to lose some points on that one. All right, so if you would, we are guests of NC State. Please pick up after yourself, and if you see something, pick up after them, right? Because unless your mother's here, no one's going to pick up for you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time. Don't forget the survey. Thank the sponsors. Give generously to anybody that's that you know that's hurt or suffering in the eastern part of North Carolina, and drive safely. Thank you so much.